Hello everyone, welcome to today's reading on Am I living up to my fullest potential? So, the thing is, when we are aligned with our highest self, we live our fullest potential. We are the creators of our realities and we live this precious lifetime to the fullest. Sometimes we can get stuck in the ego mind, which has a lot of fears and a lot of conditioning done by society, which sort of restricts us and puts us in a box and curbs our creativity, our creative expression. We start judging ourselves for what we should and shouldn't be doing with our lives, and that sort of gets in the way of living our fullest potential. So, in today's reading, we will be looking at three aspects of our lives, which is the personal life, the career, and the family life, like your relatives and family members and your friends and colleagues. So, those three aspects we will be looking at, and we'll be seeing the intention and the energy that you're vibing in currently. So, that will tell us how fulfilling that is for your soul, whether you are playing a role that you're expected to be playing, or are you living your highest potential in that domain. And we'll also get some guidance as to what steps you can take to realign yourself to your highest self. And we'll be looking into three piles, and you don't have to watch all three piles, only one pile generally resonates. But if you are feeling drawn to more than one pile, you're definitely go for it and see what's in there as well. But um, yeah, take time when I place the three charms to really feel which charm you're feeling drawn to the most, and then jump to the timestamp in the description box below for that pile. So that's how we will do it today. So let's see what charm wants to come out for pile number one. Okay, pile one. I love this charm. It's one of the charms that took me most time, especially with all the intricate details with the flowers and everything. So I just love it. And it's the marriage charm, commitment, partnerships, relationships. So that's for you, pile number one. And I will zoom in for this part of the reading. Okay, so let's see. It's too much light. Anyways, let's see what charm wants to come out for pile number two. Okay, pile number two. So this is a charm which is like a brain, and then there's this cloud which is like ideas. I don't know if it's visible, but it's like, it looks like a tissue paper, but it's a cloud, trust me. Okay, so it's a brain with a lot of ideas for pile number two. Yeah, this charm has never come out for me before, so pretty cool. Let's see what charm wants to come out for pile number three. Ooh, so we have two guys, one with a lot of bags and one just there. So if that resonates with you guys, maybe I'll put it like this, top view. Okay, so these are the three charms for you guys. Pause the video if you feel you need more time to choose one pile, and just try to turn off the logical aspects of yourself and just be and relax and see which one is drawing your attention the most. And this is like an intuitive picker pile, because you know our instincts generally tell us the way of the heart, where we're supposed to be going, what we're supposed to be choosing and doing. So this is sort of like an exercise to see what your intuition tells you to do, pick like which pile the intuition is guiding you to pick. And yeah, you'll find the timestamps for the three piles in the description box. See you guys there. Welcome, pile number one. Those of you who chose this beautiful marriage charm. I just love this charm so much. Anyways, so I'll be using the tarot of the authentic lover today. These are some really cool cards that I found. And I kind of printed them because I wanted to write the meanings on the back side. And I really wanted these big pictures because this is just so beautiful, these pictures. So we'll be using this to see the three aspects of your life. And first we'll see what energy does your relationship with your family holds. Is it authentic? Do you feel happy with the sort of energy you share with your family members, or do you feel forced and pressurized, or something on those lines? So first is family, then career, and then you, which can mean how your energy is with yourself, your soul, your essence, or your energy is with your partner if you're not single. So take so take that as it resonates, but let's start with what card wants to come out for pile 1 for the kind of energy they share with their family members or friends and colleagues and community. What sort of energy does pile 1's relationship with the community have? Card please for pile 1 for their energy towards community. Okay, we got a card. And look at that, we got a community card. So that's really awesome. I will read the meanings once I get all the three. Let's get to the what sort of relationship does pile have towards their career, job, finances? What's the energy towards what pile 1 creates in terms of their abundance? What sort of energy does pile 1 have towards their career, the job, and finances? Okay, we got this card. Interesting. Let's finally go to what sort of energy does pile 1 have towards themselves or towards their partner, their romantic partner. If they are single, what's the energy they have towards themselves, or if they're in a relationship or romantic connection, what's the energy towards their partner? Okay, pile 1. Very interesting. Let me just quickly ask a question. Do I need to retake any of these? Okay, are these the right cards? Pile 1. Okay, pile 1. Let's see. So your relationship with your community is this card. Obviously I don't know this how to pronounce it, but I'll tell you the English translation, of course. So this looks like your connection with your community is quite healthy and happy and joyful, and you are all supportive towards each other, and you share your stories, you're in touch with other people, like they are supportive of you, of who you truly are. So that's good. Let's read the message. Love is part of community, having friendly relations with one's lover, making a friend into a lover, absence of jealousy or possessiveness, good advice, fairness, facing up to reality. So it's good because there's no like jealousy or pettiness or competitiveness among your community. Like they are supportive of you, you are supportive of them, you don't have unrealistic expectations of your friends and family members, and you are in good healthy connection with your community. So that's good. pile one. That's something very good actually. So now let's take a look at what energy you have towards your job and your career and your finances. So look at this. So this looks like you make a good living, and you not only have enough to survive but enough for luxuries. There may be some, on the negative aspect, there may be some little bit of like, you know, like reputation, sort of like I have to maintain this reputation as this job is expected me to. So there is like sort of masking your true self, and you want to not show your truest self in your career, profession, or job, or whatever education you're seeking, perhaps. Um, there is a little bit of masking going here, I'm not gonna lie. So let's read what's in here. Both men and women experience tremendous pressure to maintain. Okay, so this is in terms of the sexuality, but let's focus on the career aspect. So, criteria for men: money and status, and women, physical appearance, may differ but are imposed on each other. So, there may be some imposition on you to in your career to be a certain way, to maintain a certain status, and to like perhaps dress well because you are at this position that everybody looks up to. Or if you're a woman, you have to like behave a certain way. So basically not being your truest self, because the peacock can also represent like pride and ego. So up says inner enjoyment, self appreciation, inner beauty, valuing what's important. So, but this says that you do value the right things. Like, there's nothing wrong in enjoying oneself in a little bit of luxuries. You deserve it, whatever your heart desires, but you're not needy about it. So you're not like, I need this extra wealth to feel happy or fulfilled. You have it, and so you enjoy it. So that's very healthy for you. And you do appreciate the inner beauty, you do uphold your integrity and values, and you don't like bend your core values to attain a certain outcome, which is awesome. And that's why perhaps people look up to you so much, because you're such a person of integrity and value, and you are honest, and you don't support like, as in the community also said, there's no competitiveness, or like you don't attach your self-worth on what you're producing, how much you're producing. You're doing it because it makes you happy, and because it's because you enjoy creating whatever you create, and you enjoy studying whatever you study, and you enjoy making all the wealth that you're making, and then you put it to valuable use. You don't just go out and splurge on things that don't fulfill you. You spend your money well, and that's why there's this beautiful flow of influx and outflux, and there's a good flow and balance. So till now it seems like you have a good relationship with your community, and you have an awesome relationship with your job as well. Now let's take a look at your relationship with yourself or with your romantic partner. Now, this reminds me of the devil energy, but this is not a bad card. This can mean a lot of raw passion, like your truest, not your true, I won't say this is your true essence. Like, we have all sort of versions of ourselves to access. So the crown chakra, we get like high wisdom, and the root chakra is very physical, base needs, basic instincts. And when it is balanced, it creates a lot of passion towards yourself, and when it's imbalanced, it can mean like a lot of like roughness or violence sort of behavior towards yourself. Like, you're probably, if it's imbalanced, it can mean you're too critical of yourself or your partner, and you're very rough towards them. Like, you but this is not imbalanced, so I will not go into the negative aspects. So this is a upright card, and this means a healthy, passionate relationship with yourself. Like, you're passionate about yourself, your own body, all the physical aspects about yourself, and you're passionate about your partner's physical aspects as well. Let's read what it says. So, violence has inextricably been a part of the reproductive behavior. We can benefit ourselves and others by acknowledging and taming our own violence. So, because this is the tarot of the authentic lover, some of the descriptions can be explicit, but we're not focusing on that in this video. We're focusing on this aspect. So, recognition of one's own violence, appropriate response to aggression, and forgiveness. So, you are very forgiving, and though it doesn't say it, but you have a compassionate side to yourself. You have tamed your because you love yourself so much and you love your partner so much. There's a lot of gentleness, softness, compassion in towards you in your actions and words towards yourself and your partner, and there's no harshness going about. And that's why probably you got this beautiful union charm of healthy relationships with yourself, with your community, with your money, with your job, with your creations. And this is like the ideal energy you could have gotten in this video. So very good job, you guys. Like, this sort of energy we hold after we have gotten rid of a lot of conditioning of our mind. Like, constant self-development is going to get you in this energy. So if you're in this energy, it's awesome news from the universe. Let's also take a card of the Intuitive Life Coach Oracle as to what action can you take to further improve this beautiful energy that you have in all three aspects of yourself. So let's see what card wants to come out from this deck. What action can Pal 1 take? What action or steps or guidance? Session. So this is tying well with this card. And this is tying well into this card. So you have been doing a lot of work in your career, job aspects, and even if you feel that at this point others are not able to give you the recognition for all that you have been doing, all the heart and soul that you've been putting into your creations, it's very important that you do it for yourself. And in this reading, the universe is definitely recognizing that you deserve to be recognized, Pile 1, because you're doing an awesome job at your your self-development, your healing, your creations. You're always conscious of what you are creating and projecting into the universe. And so all the work that you're doing, the universe is saying, we are so proud of you. And as I said, the negative aspect of this card is coming out. So it is possible that you may be a little bit in your head right now. Perhaps there has been something in your reality that has really like shook you, or if not in that extreme sense, maybe it is maybe some things about the past are haunting you, or like the healing is never complete. We're always healing. There's always something more to learn about. That's the beauty of the subconscious mind. So if there is a little bit of obsession about a thought, a memory, a person, or your own trait or behavior, this card is saying you can you have what it takes to come out of it, and you will come out of it in the right time. And what you need right now is to come out of this 4D mind, because the mind is in the fourth dimension. I'm not sure actually about this, but I don't know. I just got this piece of information and it came out of my mouth because I remember hearing it somewhere. So the heart is the 5D self. So that is saying that in the mind we can all get stuck in, repeating thoughts and overthinking and overanalyzing. So if you're stuck on something right now, this is saying that you will make a conscious effort to align with your heart. Um, Start feeling the truth instead of thinking the truth, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, pile one, overall beautiful energy in all three aspects of your life, and I hope this reading brought you something good uh, in your day today. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys later. Welcome, pile number two. Those of you who chose this charm of the mind, brain, with a cloud, not a tissue. This is the ideas that you have in your mind. So this can also relate to some beliefs that you're holding, or some new ideas that you're feeling inspired to pursue at this time. So yeah, this is very mind-based pile. So let's take a look at what pile 2 and pile 2's energy is towards their community. This can mean your friends, your family, the people you hang out with. What kind of energy does pile 2 share with your family? And also I forgot to mention for pile 1, in the end, if they were living their fullest potential or not, which is the title of this reading. I just get lost in my own thoughts, and then I hope they're not confused. Anyway, pile 2, I'll make sure I tell you where you can improve if at all. So let's see what card wants to come out for what pile 2's relationship is with their community. Okay, so this came out reversed, right? Yeah, so I will take it like this. Let's take a card for pile 2 towards their career. Let's see what energy does pile 2 have towards their career, their job, their education. What's their energy towards their job? Okay. Ooh. This is the tarot of the authentic lover. So some images can be a little explicit, but just feel I relate to these images so much. Like, they give me so much joy looking at them. They're like little mini paintings. So let's see. What relationship does pile 3 have with themselves or their romantic partner? Okay. That was a little bit of a spin, but I'll take it like this. Let me just quickly check with my pendulum. Is this the right card? About you. Yeah, I'm recording a reading after a little while, though I've been constantly doing readings for myself. But I do want to check with the universe if these were the right cards, and yes, they are. So let's dive into your reading. So let's take a look at what relationship, what energy do you share with your community? And this upright is the ideal heaven on earth image. Isn't this beautiful? It's like, fulfilled, happy, peaceful, abundant. So, with this in reverse, it seems like there can be some resistance and some back and forth between you and your community. Perhaps you don't feel completely supported and accepted. So let's take a look at what the reverse says. Relationship at odds with the community, lacking support, distrust in human goodness. So this may come when we have had so many experiences in life that we get embittered, and because we don't heal, we keep on attracting the same sort of people into our lives. That's why it's so important to take the time to evaluate our wounds, heal, and then start a fresh cycle where you are able to attract better people. And because those painful memories, when somebody perhaps cheated you or attacked you or your self-worth, because those wounds are meant to teach us something, they are meant to evolve us, and because we're not aware of this, we can sometimes remain stuck and keep repeating those cycles. But the truth is, we don't need to keep repeating those cycles of pain and suffering when other people mistreat us, if we take this time to heal. So, this is saying that whatever wounds that you have in your vibration, if you have been overlooking or trying to forget about the wounds, this card is saying that this may be the time to take a break and just be with yourself and see what comes up in your mind. Those, whatever comes up, like let it come up, like in daydreams or in sleep, or a random thought, a random painful memory. See what you're reliving constantly, what painful memory you might be reliving. And once you've got that memory, make a conscious effort to understand what it taught you, and then make a conscious intention to send it back to source and release yourself of that. Once you've done that, you will come into this upright energy, and you will start feeling more happier and healthier within yourself, and you will choose to trust and be hopeful and use your discernment to know when to walk away from something unhealthy. So I would just like to take this time to speak a little bit more about this, because this is something I just was going through myself yesterday. So, I also went through a dark phase in my life where I felt embittered by life, and I felt like the person or people who I thought I had absolute faith in, when they disappointed me or did not support me or accept me the way I wanted them to, it sort of makes you in this, like, it's not hard to start distrusting people. But the truth is, that's not my true essence or anybody's true essence. What you choose to be is up to you. Whether you choose to be distrustful, like you can choose to be distrustful, and when somebody magical comes into your life, you can keep distrusting them, and that would make you regret later that somebody really wonderful came into your life, and because you had not healed your old wounds, you sort of projected that on that wonderful person, and sort of were at odds with them for a long time. Obviously, if they are meant for you, they will find you back. But that sort of thing where it could have been, it if you had healed before, like if you take the time to heal and be hopeful and be loving and open and receptive to love. Perhaps when somebody amazing comes into your life, you're not still caught up in your pain and you're ready to start something beautiful with them. So that sort of thing. So yeah, I just felt like I wanted to say that here. Now let's get to what energy you share, what energy you hold towards your job, your career, your finances. So let's take a look. So this is actually the, as I said, these are the tarot of the authentic lover. So these images are a little explicit, and this is the female reproductive organ, and this little guy over there is waving at it, trying to get its attention, but it's like, I'm not bothered to look at what this little guy is saying. So let's take a look at what it means actually. So the giant winged yoni hovers over a restive ocean. A man standing on the shore is trying to draw its attention, but to no avail. If love seems elusive, that is perfectly normal. There is nothing you need to do. You cannot grasp the ineffable. Wow. So that description didn't ring a bell in my mind about how this relates to your job or career. But what I'm getting intuitively is that who do you relate with in your job scenario? Do you relate with this winged creator where you are choosing what's best for you and not going with whatever comes your way? Like, do you know your worth enough to see how great and amazing you are, and that you don't need to settle for just anybody or anything who does not understand your complete worth? Because most of the times we end up in toxic relationships, and relationship does not necessarily mean a romance or a person. It can also mean relationship with money, relationship with finances, relationship with your job and education. And when we are not fully aware of our true self, which is different for everyone, because everybody has a different special something, what makes them happy is different for everybody. And when we know what makes us happy, and when we give our time and energy to what makes us happy, we are in this energy of this great winged creator. And when we are not fully aware of our truth of what makes us happy, when we have not explored ourselves fully, like not taking the time by ourselves. Now, how you can be in this energy is firstly, trying to cut out all distractions, because generally we are so influenced, we don't even realize how influencing people's energy and thoughts can be over us and keep us from knowing our true self. So most important is, taking time regularly by yourself, just sitting by yourself and just understanding what makes you happy and what is draining you. And just that awareness itself is like enlightening, and you start shifting to this energy. However, when you're always distracted and rushing, doing one thing after the other, and not really knowing what makes you truly happy, is when you're on this man's side, where you're like waving to the other people out there to see if they want to work with you. It's like you're not realizing your own power. Like, you have the power to be this or this. So we have to take the time to be in this energy, because by default most of us are born into this energy because of the social conditioning. We don't realize our true worth, and our true worth is that we are divine creators, we are divine beings, and we co-create with the universe. And we have the potential to come out of the 3D mind and move into the 5D heart cells, which works for the highest good of everyone and attracts and is what makes us work in our fullest potential. 3D, if you're like thinking logically about what you should be doing next and all of that, your life is not, you'll not be able to live a life of full potential, like life to the fullest, because mind is often restricted by a lot of false beliefs that we have been conditioned to believe, a lot of illusions. And that's why it's so important that we go into the heart space to find the truth, to find what is true to ourselves, and understand that we are divine and we are capable of being whoever we want to be. And anything else external to ourselves is just a reflection. So if you have doubts and fears, perhaps that will be mirrored by your parents. And if you start listening to your parents, you are just listening to your doubts and fears and your 3D mind. That's why it's so important to get into your heart space and follow what makes you happy, because that will lead to your fullest potential. Your when you live your true essence, it's just liberating, it's just fulfilling, and you're abundant. You don't have to worry about whether you'll get the money or not, because when we're following our true soul purpose, the universe brings all of the 3D material needs, survival needs to you. You don't have to worry about the survival needs once you're the creator, you know? So that was a long rant about the energy you share with your job and career. And you have to see where you stand, basically. And the energy that you share with yourself and with your partner is this. So this is like a good energy, because this means you do enjoy yourself. You do take the time to enjoy yourself, to be in touch with yourself, or to be in touch with your partner. You have a friendly relationship with yourself and with your partner, kind and compassionate one. Though if you're in this man's energy, there may be still some diving deeper into yourself so that you can transform into this energy and then manifest this upright, you know. So yeah, I'll just read it once for you. Love is part of community, having friendly relationship with one's lover, making a friend into a lover, absence of jealousy, possessiveness, good advice, fairness, facing up to reality. So this is, you know, you do make the conscious effort to find your truth. Sorry about that. You do take that time, and that's good. So this is perfect. Like healthy and your fullest potential. There may be some more realizing your worth in your workspace, and maybe a little less focus on the distractions of what your community is saying, and giving more focus and making choices out of your own heart, no matter what anybody else says, may be required here to live to your fullest potential. But only take what resonates. I'm not telling anybody what to do. This is just a little guidance and a little sort of, you know, mirror to what your current reality looks like. And if this does not resonate with you, this is not your pile. You feel free to choose another pile. So let's take a look at what action can pile 2 take to align themselves to their fullest potential. What action? Entrepreneur. See? So you have something of your own, like you have in your heart. It may not be evident just yet, but when you start following your happiness, you are going to be in this energy of the entrepreneur, in this energy of this winged being, and you'll have some ideas to be your own boss, your own authority. You'll have the flexibility to work your own hours, earn your own money that makes you happy and fulfilled, and just be your own boss, like not being restricted by anybody else. So this is the guidance for you, that if you're not completely fulfilled and satisfied in your work life, job, or career, this is saying that take another look at what truly makes you happy. Don't try to stay in a situation or a workplace or a education career just because it satisfies your material needs. Um, Take time slowly to give a little more time to what makes you happy, and in the right time you will have the enough confidence and resources to actually pursue this. Like, this timeline may vary for everybody, but this is definitely saying, don't settle for being this little man. You, in your true essence, you're this. So you are the creator, so you don't need to work for anybody else. You can create your own empire, your own legacy. You don't need to follow anybody else's footsteps, because all of our paths are unique. And when we have that faith in ourselves, the universe backs it up. So you don't have anything to worry about. So that was your reading, pile 2. I hope that made sense. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys later. Welcome, pile number 3. Those of you who chose this charm of the guy holding bags, let's take a look at what your energy is with your relationships in your community. What sort of relationship do you have with your community? This can be your friends, your family, the people you hang out with the most. Let's take a look at what sort of energy do you share with your community. Okay. I will take this card actually. Okay. And just take a look at the others. Yeah. Very independent vibes. Okay. What sort of energy do you share with your career and your job, pile 3? What sort of energy do you share with your job and career? Okay. Let's see, what sort of energy do you share with yourself or with your romantic partner? That's beautiful. You have so many cards coming out for you guys. I will take both. Okay, let me just check it with my pendulum. So do I need to retake this? Is this the right cards? Do I need to retake any of this? Okay. Sorry about the delay. Let's get into your reading. So, pile number 3. You are somebody with a lot of strength, with these bags, like you are able to carry a lot on your shoulders. You have this desire, a healthy desire to know more, to learn more about yourself, and you are always willing to learn more. It's not that you want to reach to a stage where you cannot learn anything else. So that's something that's coming out here. So overall, are you living to your fullest potential? I would say pretty much. And your current fullest potential, like you're doing a great job being yourself. So let's take a look at how your relationship is with your community. So this card is La Solitude. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it does feel like, this person is living on this island all by himself, away from all the other community that surrounds him. So, and the other cards that also came out for you were like very independent vibes, like very dignified and independent, and very aware, self-aware. a lot of time, you like to spend a lot of time by yourself, understanding things, understanding situations in your life, understanding yourself. And perhaps you're somebody who is very sensitive to information, like not just like when you meet people, you feel like you're bombarded with information, and it takes and because you receive so much information about the person, it takes a lot of time to process it fully. And you like to process every single thing, so that's good, because you that means you're living a healthy paced lifestyle, and you take the time to live every moment to the fullest and not rush into things or be distracted by things. So the relationship that you have with your community, your family, your friends and colleagues, they probably think of you as very aloof, and they probably think that you like to do things by yourself, and you don't like to go out much or you don't like to share much. So that sort of a relationship, if it's too extreme, obviously extreme means imbalanced. It has to be a healthy balance, but there's nothing wrong with being by yourself and enjoying your own company, because I'm totally like that. So I totally support you, pile 3, no matter what anybody else says. Okay, so let's take a look at the energy that you share with your work, your job, your finances. So as you can see here, these are two young people, and there's this shy flower here and this cupid over here. So this is sort of what I was saying about what I felt about, you're always in this energy of, curiosity, knowing more, learning more, doing more, and in a healthy way, not in a needy way that you need to prove yourself to anybody or anything, but just because you're curious and you will have fun when you do that. So this says immature love, infatuation, pleasant but shallow diversion. So this might also, in the negative sense, mean that perhaps you try to skim things and not dive deep enough to understand the true essence of the things that you're doing. Perhaps you have your set ways of doing something, and the universe is saying, if you take a little more time and just sit by yourself to see what you have to do, and just see how you would like to put your own spin on it, perhaps you'll come up with something even more fabulous. So this card is saying that exploration, diving deeper into your work, whatever you're doing, or perhaps taking a little, perhaps you're not so into your job or the career that you're currently doing, and you're still exploring what really lights you up, and if this is something that you want to continue for the rest of your life. So there's a little bit of not exactly on the established side, but more on the exploration side, where you're still exploring and you're open to whatever comes your way, sort of energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is what you're supposed to be doing at this moment. We have to take the time to explore, and that's part of enjoying the life experience, where is exploration. We are like, that is something that we are meant to be doing, and it comes to us in divine timing, and there's nothing wrong in trying to explore what makes you happy. So this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing, so don't feel like, oh no, where do I need to go next and all of that. This is exactly what you're meant to be doing. So, and you're doing great, because you take the time by yourself to evaluate everything and see what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. And yeah, so that's what is the energy you have towards your job and career. Now let's take a look at what energy do you have towards yourself or your partner. Now both of these cards, this is like the world card, and this is like, intellectual back and forth. So you really like to, so that's why it's a little conflicting, because this says shallow and this says like deep intellectual, and this is also saying like quite meditative and trying to understand everything and different perspectives, and this is talking about different perspectives. So you like to explore the different sides of you, you like to explore the different sides of other people in your world, and by not necessarily interacting with everybody, but just like through observation. So these two people, they are just sitting there with their wine, and they are this is, you can also think of this as the light and shadow aspects. So this person is trying to understand the different perspectives of everything, of what life is, what they are, what other people are, and life is walking them by, and they're enjoying and chilling. Like life is not passing them by, sorry for that. Like people are in there busy doing their work, but this person here sitting and enjoying and really observing everything and living life to the fullest. So you are definitely living your potential, pile 3. So let me read this card, what it says: meeting of minds, deep communication, and auspicious coincidences. So perhaps you experience a lot of synchronicities in your life, like you think of something and then it pops up and you're like, what? So that means that you are in a good synchronization with the universe, and that you are in tune with your highest self, and you are doing a great job exploring yourself and the universe around you, because um, we can get so lost in the little things, mundane life, and it's just so mind blowing how few of us are awakened at this point in our consciousness evolution, where the true meaning of life gets lost in the mundane survival, you know. But you're not like that. You don't get lost in the mundane. You follow your passions, you trust your nudges, your intuition, and you do what you're feeling guided to do at that moment. And this world card says accomplishment, attainment, fulfillment, entering a new world. So you're always exploring, and you're always trying to do things that fulfill you, and you don't settle for, shallow things in life. And so if something isn't working out for you, you are ready to walk into the new world and see what that holds for you. So you're all about life experience, you're all about accepting the diversity of the universe. You're probably very non-judgmental, and you're very accepting, and you see the differences in people's ideas and beliefs and personalities as something that you cherish and enjoy and learn and grow from. So, pile 3, I'm just so impressed by you guys. So, I just wanted to add that. Like, you guys are amazing. Okay, so pile 3, let's ask the universe, what action or step can you take to realign or align even more with your truest, highest self? So let's see what wants to come out for you, pile 3. What guidance wants to come out for pile 3 to align themselves to their highest, fullest potential? How can pile 3 have their highest, fullest potential? Dude, this is awesome. Because this is exactly what the cards that came out for you, and you're already doing it. This is the universal flow, not judging your intuition, not questioning or doubting yourself when your intuition says, go out and do this. Even if it is bizarre and different, you trust your body, you trust your intuition, and you go out and do it. And that's why you're so aligned with the synchronicities of the universe, because you're not like, no, I cannot do this right now, I need to focus on what I'm doing, or all of that. So you take the time to slow down, breathe, and smell the roses, pile 3. Oh, you're awesome. So self-love. So this is very much aligned to this first card. Like, if you're living in solitude, like, even if you're not living in solitude, but you're a person who enjoys alone time, that means you're so fulfilled and love yourself enough to not be bothered by the distractions externally, and you maintain this healthy give and take balance. You are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself, and you cannot love or make somebody else happy if you don't love yourself, or if you're not happy yourself. So because everybody else is just a projection of your inner world. So that is something that you're learning, and you're very big on self-love perhaps. And now this is hibernation. So this is again tied into, you liking to spend time by yourself. Your soul needs alone time for meditation and rest. You take care of your body needs. You don't overwork yourself. You like to explore and understand the deeper meanings of life and resolve. This is a period of indecision and inner conflict, and it is time to make a decision. So perhaps you were stuck in a situation, career job wise, which wasn't completely fulfilling you, and you were kind of just like exploring and understanding everything. But perhaps now you're moving in, because this is saying new world. So perhaps now you're moving into this new world energy as well, where this period of indecision and inner conflict is coming to an end. And because you've taken the time to heal yourself, understand yourself, and understood the universal flow, aligned yourself to the universal flow, you're aligning yourself to the right career path as well. So pile three amazing, amazing cards for you guys, and I wish you all the best. And if you enjoy this reading, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys later.